Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another live stream. Welcome in, Felix. Welcome in, Yukin. Not sure I pronounced that correctly. Welcome in, Talca Lancaster, and whoever else decides to join us today. I thought, since I've still got this little bugger assembled that we built on the last two streams, we would just part it out today, clean up the desk, so that next stream we can start a new project, potentially. So we'll just sort away, have a good chat, and we'll see what comes of it. If there's anything you want to know about this particular build, or you've got any questions, ask away. We've got time today, so we're more than open for that. I saw that a couple of folks have joined the Discord since must have been last stream, right? Yes. So welcome in everyone there too. Not sure if people joined from the streams. Obviously I can't keep track of that. In any case, let's pick away at this build. Mr. Kaiser, have you ever looked at Warhammer architecture as a potential project? Yesn't. The Warhammer aesthetic is definitely something that I think would be cool to explore in LEGO, but the scale is just not feasible, at least for me at this point. So it is slightly out of reach, I think, is a good way to put it. But it's a crazy universe from what I've seen, and I haven't followed Warhammer for a whole long while. I've seen the Astartes project, I've seen bits and bobs of the, what's it called? The first level? The like one-off video game show, I think from Amazon. But besides that, not really. Hey Zigzag, welcome in. Welcome and hope you're doing good today. How are you? All right, lots of parts that we didn't use, and I didn't clean those up right after building, which is unusual for me. But it is what it is. So we'll clean it up now. Some fishies. By the way, lighting setup different again. Great. How do you sort your parts? By color or by piece type? Well, you'll see as we go along, but most of it is by color and piece type, and then stuff that I don't use a lot of or that I don't have a lot of, I sort only by piece or by color, depending on the piece. So a lot of flower pieces I just put in the same drawer. But when there's stuff like, you know, these big white bricks or yellowed white bricks, I just throw all of the yellowed white bricks in one bin. Don't sort those by piece, but rather color. So that's the rough approach. Right, that little overview here. We'll put all these sorted parts in the back here and then put them away as the space fills up. But that way it'll be hopefully a bit streamlined compared to putting out the drawers now and sorting everything as we go. I think this is a little more efficient. Not that you have to do it this way, obviously you can do it whichever way you like, but I think this will do fine for us today. But to pass that question on to you guys, how do you like to sort your parts? Like, not necessarily when you disassemble a build, but you know, extending Hikun's question. About how you sort your pieces by color, by piece type, whatever. Not many people will show up today because the Bricklink Designer program stream is live. Interesting. Considering I have not heard of that, we'll just keep going today. So we'll see. Where are they live? Are they live on YouTube as well, or are they on Twitch? Hinge bricks. Let's put those to the side. This little bits and bobs. That one goes in the bag, like McFries. Yeah, you too. Oh, sweet. Tell them to host me after they're done, in case they're done before I am. I'm just kidding. Right, 1x1 brackets, 1x2 brackets. Brick mods. No brick mods stacked yet. Some yellowed white. 1x3. We can put that away. I don't think we have a lot of them in this particular build. This one we can ditch. That's parts to sort later. Oh, and we've got the little thing that I built. Well, very low effort, but I photographed a little teaser for my latest custom minifigs on this little scene there. Anyway, I'd say mostly by piece type, but for filler brick color doesn't matter. Yeah, I agree. Right, what do they do on the Bricklink Designer Program stream? Just review the finalists, or is there any particular topic to it? Out of the way here. All brick modified. Off to the corner right there. Some jumpers. Oh, you do custom minifigures? I do, indeed. On the side little project of mine. You can find most of that on Instagram. Flickr is for my MOCs, Instagram is for the minifigs, for the most part. Assassin's Creed, yes sir. Yeah, and talk with the designers. Oh, sweet. So it's like proper interviewing stuff. That's cool. That might be interesting. If they talk to them live, obviously. Let's put the plates in the bag. In the back. Not in the bag. Suitcase. I didn't actually end up using that. Camera I didn't use either. Roller skates, we wanted to put those in the door. Right there. And up here. But we didn't do that either. Panels. Nope, no panels stuck yet. Yeah, let's not worry about that. Those can go there. Got some wedge plates. That's all. For the gunship that I haven't touched since I started that, what, 5th attempt? A couple of weeks ago. Little bar, some tiles, ingots, rails. This one isn't sorted, this one is sorted. This one is sorted. Well, we'll put that aside. Welcome in there, King. Welcome in. What software do you use for designing your figures? Is it 3D? Yesn't. I use, well, any vector-based 2D software will work. Inkscape, Illustrator, CorelDRAW, and a whole lot of other software will do for the 2D part, but I also visualize and do 3D parts. And I do most of that in Blender. Hello, I'm late, am I not? We've been live for about 10 minutes, so you're not all that late. It's 12 minutes if you include the little buffer at the beginning of the stream. There. Those are plates. Separate those out. Tiles go in the back. All right. We'll put those on the side here. That's stuff that goes in a mixed drawer mostly. Alright. I think we'll clean this up. And then we're on to the next... Well, the actual build. We haven't even touched the... Oops. Haven't even touched the build yet. Right, frames. Difficult question, where did I store my frames? That wasn't the drawer. This was the drawer. Okay, it's almost full, but we've got somewhere to put them at least. If you were around for the last 2 streams, you may remember that I was looking for my window frames and stuff. For a while. Which I'm not proud of. But alas, I did find it now. Right, pumpkins into the drawer, I think. Utility items. Whip goes into plants. So does that wand. I applied to an academy and 2/3 of my portfolio consisted of digital MOCs. Well, that's no problem, I reckon, if it's creative and gets the point across. And you got accepted, sweet. So are we talking like university type of academy or like a course? Bar goes there. Round jumpers. Just there. Tiles. Brick separator goes in the stack. Well, one we do need. 1x6. 1 by... Where are the 1x8 parts? There they are. I am considering moving my Lego to another room. Because... first of all, I think I could use more vertical wall space. And... Well, it's not like it's going to happen, but I'm just pondering the idea, so let's stop it right there, because it's not going anywhere. But, yeah, I think a new space would allow me to design the room in a way that is more... How can I put it? That enables me to be a little more creative, gives me a little more room to play, because I am pushing the boundaries of what this particular room allows me to do. Way up there. There we go. Some flowers. I'm getting back to you, chat, in a second. The small building would look nice with the Ninjago docks. Yes, I do think it would, yeah. Not sure the color scheme checks out, but the style definitely, yeah. University, sweet, 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 sweet. Game art, okay, I mean, in that case, digital MOCs are, you know, not necessarily off topic. Sweet. Cool. Jumpers. There. Oops. Dropped some plates there. Has any one of you ever submitted anything to the Bricklink Designer program? Since we're on topic. Because I, for my part, have never submitted anything to any, like, you know, any program to get your models realized as proper sets. I'm not sure I ever will, but would be interesting to hear if anyone of you did. Never, maybe next time. When a Series 8? I have no idea, I don't follow the thing. My leg room is a garage, it works quite well. Yeah, I think any rectangular room works well, with straight walls. I only have 2 straight walls in my room because I live under the roof. So it's like 3, but the 2 sides, you know, that are adjacent to the roof, they're obviously angled, so I don't count them as full walls. Bar. They thought it was very creative. Yeah, I can imagine. Some blue tiles. Three, two, printed tiles. There it is. That one's a print too. I would love to, but I wouldn't know what to do. I don't think they take Star Wars. I can imagine they wouldn't do that. I don't like it when I'm so limited with the bricks. Like in physical form, that's why I build digitally. Is that what you mean? Because I can understand that, and at the same time, I, as a primarily physical builder, don't necessarily agree. But obviously, you do whatever floats your boat. There. 2x3 and 2x2. Hinge bricks go right there. I get it, but like you can still reach the 4,000 number of parts, I think. I'm not sure I follow in reference to what that comment was. Got some boat tiles here. Let's see if I find the drawer first try. I won't find the drawer first try because I know that I don't have a drawer for them. They were bagged last time I pulled them out. So, nope, I lied. I'm pretty sure they do have a drawer. Yep, there it is. Just the color that I needed was in a bag. Where are you all watching from, folks? Because for me, it's pretty much dinner time, and I haven't had dinner yet. But I made some lasagna today, and there's some left over. And I hope that my family's left me some of it, so that I can eat it off the string, munch it up. Utility was there. Little rail. Now I had a individual drawer for the bigger ones. All right. And the big plate goes into a big box. "3:30 p.m. Canada, sweet. Netherlands, nice. Do you already know if you'll be making more arcane figs? I need one by Victor." Difficult. I would like to. I would very much like to. But they didn't sell particularly well. We didn't break even. So we had to front some money to even put them into production. Or well, we will front some money to put those into production. We're still in pre-production at this point. So it's not necessarily feasible, and considering my plans for those figures are fairly complex. I'm not sure it'll happen anytime soon. I do hope it'll happen eventually, but no promises at this point. And so Darian, I saw that you wrote a long comment. Let me get to that. "Unfortunately, I have to study a little, so watching a live stream isn't ideal to be efficient." I see you. I see. I'll see you later in the evening, probably. Have a nice life. Thank you, Sidarian. And hope you're successful in your studies. Germany, France, around noon in California. Right. It's like 11:30 for you, I reckon. And UK. International. That was here. Yes, sir. Right, food stuff goes up here. Yeah, we'll put the fish with the food, not with the animals. Right, did I have a drawer for those wheels? Let's see. Something, yep, I do. Something I would definitely like to do at some point when I have more space is either to switch to a different sorting system entirely, or to only have one piece per drawer, because dividing them up, while quite useful, I only see the front. I only see the front. So sometimes I forget what stuff I put in the back of some drawers, and then I look for them for ages, and then eventually find out that I do in fact have a drawer. I just couldn't find it. That's one of the things that I feel like with a setup like this is complicated at some point, right? But all in all, it works for me at this time. So focus back on there. Sweet. Have you seen a new Django Fett figure? I did skim Instagram for pictures of it, so I've seen some of it. But to be honest, considering I won't buy the UCS Django Slave 1, it's not a figure that's particularly relevant for me personally. But what I did see, and what I find more interesting, is that there is supposedly, I haven't done any research to confirm it, but there's supposedly going to be a new rangefinder piece. Yes, it was leaked, and supposedly the Bobo was leaked as well, but I haven't seen that yet. Right. Let's pick this fella apart. Yeah, let's just be efficient. Right, the lights. That's that one. Pull that out. As usual, folks, brick modified to route the wire through. Nothing too complicated there. All right. Yeah, I can send you the pictures. No worries, no worries. What up, Vage? Do we have any more intel on the rangefinder, on like the new rangefinder mold? Because I've only seen one blurred picture of it, which looked like a picture from Pick a Brick. So, the typical render. But that is a pick, or well, a piece that I'm somewhat interested in, because I do think the current rangefinder is pretty bad. Love your builds, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Hi there, Mikael. Welcome in. How are you doing? I think we have a decent amount of mock builders in chat at this time. And something that I'm not necessarily interested in myself anymore at this moment in time, but I have done a lot of it in the past, is build challenges. And Sidarian, who is not here with us anymore, he left to study, he and his a group called Les Bricoleurs from France. Did like a Gothic phone, but with Lego builds instead of drawings. And he posted a video in the Discord today. And I found that quite interesting, conceptually. So I was wondering if, not necessarily making a proper thing, but if that's something that people are interested in just in general. Because I thought it looked fun. Very good. I took some inspiration from you recently and started to build whatever with no plan. Very therapeutic, to be honest. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear it works for you, Mikael. Doesn't work for everyone. But I do find that usually gets me started when I'm out of ideas. Just start building, and sooner or later something will crystallize, and you can take that and go from there. I've sent you a picture of the rangefinder. Let's see it. Do we have any? There we go. Yeah, that's the picture I saw. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. I hope it comes in. Well, there is the rumor for some clone sets for this summer. And considering there is the macro piece since last year, the macro binocular piece, and now this new rangefinder, I do hope they rework the sun visor as well and make a new pack and replace the old pack, the old accessory pack completely with that new pack with the new models, because I would like to have some of those. I think it's a decent piece, and I like the direction they're going with those accessories. Rebel Like a Sun is a telephone game as well. Oh, I didn't know that. Sweet. Was close to burning it out on my other build, so I had to do a quick Star Wars mock to rest. I get it, Mika. Will be peak. Yeah, indeed. I hope that happens. And I hope well, I wouldn't consider myself a clone kid, even though I grew up with the Clone Wars. But part of me still looks forward to seeing those sets. Well, I look forward to seeing sets every year. I just don't buy them. But this year I might actually pick some sets up, because if the 327th quote-unquote battle pack for what, $45 is somewhat decent, I might wait for a discount and pick it up then. Just one of them for the figs, because Felucia is something that's been on my list for a while. I want to build that eventually, so might as well get some figs to throw in there. Watch them be 17 cents per piece though. The set or the rangefinders? Because I don't need a lot of them, so I'm fine with paying 17 cents a piece. I also need the 2024 $30 basket. Honestly, for me, both Clones and Empire are always exciting, just the sequel stuff was man. We haven't had that in ages anyway. Yeah, I agree. I am looking forward to the Ewing as well, even though I do think it's not a set that I'm going to pick up. But considering I work with AV figures, and AV has that modular Imperial KP mold with the ability to swap hair pieces between their different caps, and they're reworking that. Oh well, Andrew has reworked it at this time to work with different varieties of caps that they offer, Republic and Imperial caps, and potentially different caps going forward. And now Lego's coming out on the Dedra with a overmolded Imperial KP piece, and I'm looking forward to seeing detailed pictures of that See how that looks. Just compared to the things that I am familiar with from AV. And of course, I look forward to seeing the ISB, the Armored ISB agent design. Just for the sake of seeing it. Because it's a fig that I definitely won't design. Well, I wouldn't need to design it, I would just need to recolor my Army Trooper design. But it's not a fig that I think is worth making for me at this point. I'd rather spend resources on different projects. And we do have some good stuff in the pipeline. Got the old U-Wing, so I'm good. Yep. Yeah, I can see that. U-Wing's built a new one. Looks kind of really bad, like those engines are bad. Yeah, I don't really care about the builds, I have to be honest. I'm completely indifferent to those. I only really care about the figs, and most of them just for the sake of seeing them and seeing how LEGO designs them. And, you know, if there's anything that might be useful for my own fig designs, take inspiration from those. But for the most part, it's whatever. Now, I don't follow rumors a whole lot anyway, I just catch them on Discord. But are there any... I did see the Jurassic World reveals, obviously. I did check out Jangbrix's video on that. And I do think there's some good fig parts in there too. Now, obviously, the sets, we don't have to talk about the price. Jurassic World has massive molds. I'd expect that to be heavy on the wallet. But I hope that some of the minifigure parts are cheap, because there's some good stuff in there. But outside of that, I have pretty much no idea what's coming. So if there's anything that you think is worth sharing, feel free to pop a picture in the Discord. If it doesn't have a watermark on it. Obviously, we don't want to be busted. I've been collecting Jurassic Park sets for a MOC for like 7 years now, but I've yet to make one. Oh, well, time to get to it. I honestly don't remember when I made the last MOC with clones, which is, I want to say, what I have the most figs of. Let me actually check that out. I'm interested now. I don't care about figs or sets, to be honest. I have more than enough parts I want to spend my money. I have more than enough parts I want to spend my money on instead. I see. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Right, let's see. What was the last video that the last MOC, in which I included clones? Well, I did design the my second iteration of the TX-130. Oh, Purge, obviously. Just last June. I was hoping to keep that assembled, and I could have kept it assembled and brought it to Brick and Bavaria as well, but alas, that didn't happen. Well, that was a good one. And before that, I reckon it must have been one of the Mandalore MOCs. Oh, well, no, it wasn't Mandalore, it was my lightsaber tutorial and box art tutorial. And then before that was Seleucamite, I forgot about that. And then was Mandalore, I see, okay. Well, it's been a while. We might dip our toes into Star Wars again in the future, if that's something you're interested in. The medieval blacksmith now also comes in green in relation to the Brooklyn Designer program. You'll have to send a picture of that in the... Oh, there, I see. Oh, right. Well, it does look very similar. I'll give you that. All right, let's see. My fans are ramping up, and I mean the PC fans. But it looks like it's going reasonably well. No throttling yet. Hope we don't get there today. Not like last time. Star Wars is a great idea. Yeah, we might give it a shot. maybe even next video. Right, let's get back to work here. Pick that tree apart. I am gonna say, when it comes to Star Wars, I think currently, when it comes to build quality, there's a couple of folks that have like properly mastered the Star Wars aesthetic. So I enjoy seeing that, and I feel like I'm gonna have a difficult time not, being biased by their style in some way when I give it a shot again. So that might be an interesting project to figure out. A Star Wars look that looks like Star Wars but doesn't look like some other builders' interpretation of Star Wars. And among those, I would count like Darth Bjorn as one of the big ones. And a lot of the Star Wars factions builders, honestly. And then there's some of the folks in Dark Times that don't necessarily always build for Dark Times, but there's a pretty consistently high standard, I want to say, in that group as well. Something Blade Runner 2049 would be cool. Interesting call, yeah. I have to be honest. I am, that's a gap in my education of Blade Runner. I know what it's all about. I know the story. I've watched some behind the scenes stuff. I've listened to the soundtrack over and over, but I've never actually seen either of the Blade Runner films, which is a sin, to be honest. But it's been ages since my last film, which I think was Dune 2. And before that, I don't even remember what I last watched. The type of guy that I only watch Andor. And, well, Arcane was the last thing I watched. But besides that, I don't consume a whole lot of content. Now I gotta drop some names of those you think perfected it. Well, I hope those few that I did drop just earlier are useful in terms of inspiration, hopefully. Favorite Star Wars builds are always the ones from Jedi Fallen Order survival games. Interesting. Love both, and the new one looks so good. Arcane and Andor is big. Yeah, I agree. And I'm not sure I'm dreadfully looking forward, excitedly looking forward to Andor Season 2. I think it's gonna be a ride. And knowing it's the last season is a bit of a bummer, but at the same time I respect it. And I want them to end it, because that means they can't fuck it up later. Go out on a high note. I respect that, and I think they're gonna make it work just fine. And I've already obviously finished at least one design based on Andor Season 2. And we're gonna drop it probably like in the first release week. When the first arc of Season 2. It's like 3 episodes at once, I think, for 4 weeks. Or is it just the first? I don't know. Anyways, different release schedule for those episodes, and yeah, looking forward to it. That's all I can say. It's gonna be a good time. Where do I keep my round playing? 3 EPs per week. Sweet. Well, it's gonna be over sooner than I'd hoped. Just a single month of Andor content. But I get it, it's a slow burner, Might be better to put up 3 episodes at once. Just get people invested properly. And not give up on the show too early. End of season 2 is sounding like it's going to go all out, but yeah, I wish we'd at least gotten 3 seasons, considering they initially planned 5. I didn't know that. That is crazy. Can you also imagine creating a few Ghibli figures? Interesting call. The Ghibli vibe is more something that I shoot for with MOCs like this level 1, even though obviously it's still very different. But in terms of the way they make you feel, I reckon. But characters I haven't considered, to be honest. And goes without saying, my resources are also limited. So Star Wars sells well. And the smart move is spend resources on that and make Star Wars figs. And then occasionally, like with Arcane, dabble in different themes. But then it doesn't hurt as much if it doesn't go well, you know? Well, it's going very smoothly here, to be honest. I ain't gotta do a whole lot of thinking. Just mindlessly disassembling. Daredevil dropping 1 episode per week is just pain. 3 Ps a week is so superior to 1 at a time. I want to agree, and at the same time, I did enjoy having something to watch for or something to look forward to in terms of shows for more than just a month, you know. But yeah, I definitely get it. I do want to watch Andor, like best case scenario, obviously in one go, but I think 3 episodes a week is a very good dose. Right, some regular Brookside here. Hopefully it isn't like Arcane Season 2. I've heard that felt a bit rushed and wasn't as consistently good as Season 1. I have to be honest, when it comes to Arcane Season 2, I finished it feeling like, well, meh. But the longer I just let it sink in, the more I got to appreciate it. It's very different. It's very different to Season 1. And initially, I didn't appreciate that. But, you know, as with so many things in life, once you let them sink in just a bit, you know, you think about different angles, different elements that, you know, aren't necessarily consistent with the first season. Well, you know, in terms of overall aesthetic and vibe, it was very much consistent for the most part, just stylistically. But the story went from very grounded to somewhat surreal. And if you were looking for that grounded vibe, well, you might be disappointed. But if you're open for for something new, then I think Arcane Season 2 is just as enjoyable. I love it when they drop 1 season at a time like Netflix used to. Yep. I watched Witcher seasons 1 and 2 when they dropped. Just binged them. It was probably some of the worst sleep I was on at the time. If you don't mind me asking, what's your job? I'm a freelance designer. So I do primarily graphic design. And occasionally I do jobs for fellas in the Lego spheres, if you will. The Lego bubble is the word I was looking for. But I don't work for Lego directly, obviously. It's just I do a lot of things, and I make a little bit of money with some things, and then a majority with design. That's a food item. Goes up in the food drawer right away. Let's get rid of these. Well, does the fella still have his... Yep, fried egg is still in there. And the plates too. Let's get rid of that. I like the drops over time. It's always enjoyable to browse the Reddit discussion thread words after the episodes. Yeah, I did enjoy... Well, I see what you mean. And it was something that I enjoyed as well when, especially around Clone Wars and I think Mando. Welcome in, Boba Briggs. You didn't miss anything. We're just parting out the cozy corner. Where was that? Words. Cheers, folks. Time for a drink. What I meant to say is, a couple of years ago, with various Star Wars shows dropping, I did like to discuss it, each episode, in the AV Figures Discord. They had a chat for that. They still do. And I did enjoy discussing things there with people, you know, all the kinds of things that you discuss when you watch a new show. And there's lore implications of some sort or whatever. I didn't enjoy that. But I don't anymore. Which is, on one hand, unfortunate, and on the other hand, it's freed up a whole lot of time for me. So, I can't complain. When the last two Stranger Things episodes dropped, I was staying in a small town for a festival in a house with like 20 friends. Okay, yeah, I see. The vibe must have been amazing. Oh, wow. I mean, yeah, I get it. I totally get it, Mikael. In that case, good fun. Good fun. Right, roof tiles, regular tiles. There you go. Any plans for cons this year? I might head over to IDS Brick World. But I'm not going to be at Brick in Bavaria because the location it's at this year is even further away than Fürth. So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to go there. But I'm going to be there in 2026, Jesus. In 2026 at Breaking Bavaria and Fürth again, definitely. And like I said, I might go to IDS Brick World. I was asked if I was going to be at Scarebag Fan Weekend today, but that's another one that I'm probably not going to go to. Then again, you know, things might change as the year goes along. I might just end up at a dozen cons but, you know, we'll see. Right now there's no plans because I don't plan that far ahead for the most part. And I've got things to work on right now. So it's not something I concern myself with a whole lot. Oh wait, I did actually sign up for IDS Brick World. However, they were full before my application got through. So, yeah, I'm on the whitelist, and I haven't heard from them, so who knows? I might even display something there. I'm going to Scarebag this year, not sure about anything else. I mean, you're in Denmark, you know, Scarebag is a no-brainer. I plan on going to Brick in Bavaria in 2026. Yeah, sweet. Then we might meet there. What about the best con in Europe to go to, in your opinion? Because one day I really want to make it somewhere. I'm the wrong person to ask. I'm definitely the wrong person to ask that question. The reason being, I haven't been to any cons until last year, since 2016. And I've been to 3 different cons in total. 2 of them twice. And that's it. So there's a lot of people that go to a lot more cons than I do. And that can definitely give you a better estimate of what could be considered the best con in Europe. But when it comes to where you're probably going to meet the most people, it's probably Brick in Bavaria. Like the most people that you might know from the internet. I heard that Scareback is also a con that has a ton of visitors, but yeah, well, I haven't been there, so I can't judge. Can't tell you much about it. Truth be told, as unfortunate as it is. I'd like to tell you more, but I'm really in no way qualified. No, there they are. Sweet. Almost thought I'd be looking for pieces for a while here again. But I would suggest you come to Brick in Bavaria, and Bricktastic is a little bit... Bricktastic is... Well, come on, get in, draw. There we go. Bricktastic is one that I might want to go to just for the sake of the venue even. You know, obviously to see all the people and hang out and display some stuff. But the venue is just pretty cool as well. So that's definitely on my list. Might make it there next year. We'll see. I've only been to 2, but I really enjoyed myself, and from what others told me, Bricktastic was really great. I can imagine. Scareback is a lot of danger, AFOLs. So I've heard. I do know a couple of folks that go there internationally as well. But I've also had the sign-up process is a bit hectic. Not sure if that's only for the cabins or if it's for the whole con in general, if they have a limit. Never looked into that, so once again, can't talk about it. Right, well, halfway there, I want to say. I know how clean my message was. I was at Bricktastic and they said it was good compared to other cons. I see. Right, you were at Bricktastic. I do remember you mentioning that. This lighting makes it really hard to tell what white pieces are yellowed and which aren't. So I'm just dumping them all in the same drawer at this for this one. Right, we're getting to a bit of filler here. Inch bricks. I was a Scareback last year. No cabin, don't recommend. Okay, got it. I go to Denmark quite regularly, so Scareback is something that I could like to check out. But then again, I've never been to Germany. I would love to go if Brick in Bavaria is there. Brick in Bavaria is in Germany, yes. Southern Germany, though. So if you're from Scandinavia, then it's a long way. Oh, that was a balcony I'm disassembling here. I was wondering, why did I put an intricate tile pattern on there? Could have just filled it in. But attention to detail got the better of me there. By the way, folks, I'm sure most of you in chat saw the video about this little fella and the 2 pictures. Still interested? Which of the 2 lighting scenarios did you prefer? In case you didn't leave a comment. If you left a comment, I mean, you can obviously voice your opinion again, but you don't need to. Quebec Fan Weekend, the venue is so small you can't be in the whole public day so packed. I can see. I see. From Iceland, okay, yeah, far from everything. I should do a year abroad in Europe for architecture school, so I'll hopefully be able to attend the European Con then. Sweet. I mean, we're happy to have you, I reckon. And there's a couple architecture nerds here as well, so you might find some fun people, especially at at any con really. But I was at Pricking Bavaria with Mickey and Yona, aka Similar Rule 1. I'm sure some of you are familiar. And Yona has something to do with architecture as well, very invested in it, at the very least. Not sure exactly what he does, but it's certainly right up his alley. Right. Pop out the last lights. There we go. I just had another idea for a figure. Guts from Berserk. I did hear Berserk thrown around recently. Is that an anime by any chance? Because that falls into the category of I don't consume a lot of entertainment, so I'm probably not familiar. And sup everyone, sup Gears and Bricks. Welcome in. We're just parting out the little vignette from last stream today. And we're down to the bottom floor. I want to study landscape architecture at some point. Interesting. But the manga is, of course, the main work. Oh, I see. There. All right. Yellow to white. Some brick mods. Let's put the lantern away. Preferably with the lights already, well, the brown brick already in it. Lots of brackets coming up here. Upward brackets. One downward bracket. Some tile. More brackets. More brick mods. Alright, let's get the chef out of the kitchen. Little fella did a good job. Cooked an egg for a whole 2 weeks. Let's see, there. Oh, come on. We can finish this thing and then put it all away. Jumpers. Almost spilled the parts there. Let me sort a bit as I go here. Some pieces that I don't have a lot of in this build, so I might as well put those away as I take them off. All right, now we've got some more sand blue tiles. Right, folks, little feedback loop. What do you like most about the streams? And what do you think we should be doing more often or less of? Oh, we're shipping the Brickling Designer program. Interesting. I might have to check that stream out after the fact. I mean, I'm probably going to see the pictures floating around the internet anyways. Anyway, back to the question. I would be interested in hearing how you feel about the streams. If there's anything you think it, gets a little boring at times, feel free to voice that. Be interested in hearing that. I like the streams as they are. All right. I mean, that's obviously the easy route. I think as it is, the stream is something you put on in the background and just do something on the side. It's just very relaxing. Yeah, I get that. Just keep on building, maybe add in some lo-fi music in the background. I was considering music more than once. The reason I don't put it in is because I don't have a subscription to any of the fancy services that offer good music for you to use on YouTube, like Epidemic Sound and Soundbed and all the others there are. So I am somewhat concerned with copyright stuff. That's why I don't put on music in the background, even though that's certainly something I could consider. Could be fine to invite someone. I guess every now and then is what you mean. And then if you try, yeah, music as well. All right. So yeah, music is definitely something I want to look into. Currently building trees. I like that there is no music and I like the chill atmosphere. Sweet, I mean, another perspective. The good thing about no music is that you can just put on your own. The Japan shop is the biggest Brickling Designer program set, not a castle. Interesting. I mean, that's news. Was it always a castle in the last couple of times? Mixed up my parts. There we go. I think I didn't finish my sentence earlier. I think this stream is something that you just put on in the background while you build. And, you know, like most of you say, just a cozy little thing that you can, or a chill little thing. It's not necessarily cozy all the time, but something that you can just relax to and hopefully be creative to. Although if you want to put on music at some point, you could pick up another hobby and write your own. I do actually make my own music, and I do have a digital piano. But to be honest with you, I'm not about to become a music streamer. Anytime you do a stream and I'm not busy, I make sure to go and start building. Oh wow! I mean, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. I like to hear that. Like the main reason I stream, well, I started streaming. No. Let me put it this way. The main reason I kept streaming after the Gothic project and try to uphold that bi-weekly schedule, for me, it's the same reason as for you watching the stream. It just keeps me not necessarily motivated all the time, but it keeps me building, or it keeps me in the process, in the groove. Because, you know, I do a lot of other things. Not a whole lot, but a decent amount. So, making room to build something and not stopping just because I'm not coming up with something. Yeah, the stream helps with that. Let's see. Oh, I got it. Interesting. Interesting, okay. I mean, it's a... Oh, there's a tram. Okay, I'll have to look up some more pictures of that after the stream. Oh, the fans are ramping up again. Let's see. No, they're just doing... just being quirky. Right, seems to be fine. If there's any issues with the stream, please do let me know in the chat. Little robots, okay. Not exactly sure why that is becoming a set. I mean, it's a neat design, but it's pretty mundane, I reckon. Oh, the armchair, and okay, I do like the vibe of that. It's a bit busy on the inside. Interesting. Oh, and Mika sent a picture in the Work in Progress channel. I do like the look of that. Yellow floating space station. With some rocks, I reckon, and grass. I mean, considering you just started that 2 days ago, Mikael, I don't know if you're still watching, but that's impressive. And I'm glad the just building method works for you. Oh, Mark Farworth is also streaming later. Right, anyways, I was a bit nervous with my current build because it's pretty out there, but Sidarian just like showing me compliments in the Discord. Nice guy. I mean, yeah, it is. Well, let me put it this way: the amount of times that I built something just for shits and giggles, and it did better, be it in performance online, you know, views and likes and whatever, or feedback, than stuff that I actually put a lot of effort in. I'm not surprised that the things that you might be uncertain about get showered with compliments. You know, sometimes it's just, you know, try something new, don't expect anything, and then suddenly it's like a bestseller. It's crazy. No stack for those parts yet. That one goes in there. Never built anything freeform before. Interesting. I would consider the broken. You were the one with the Arkham build, right? Just so I didn't get things mixed up. I think that was you. And I think there was some broken flooring, like proper broken floor, on the inside of that build. Welcome in, Last Clan Studios. How are you? What I was meaning to say is I would consider that broken floor freeform. So you do have some experience on that end, I would say. Because it's, like, on a technical level, pretty similar. Gotta go, last things to do before bed until next stream, everybody. Have a good one, Boba Bricks. Thank you for joining us today. Inspired by Jedi Survival, but very different style. Yep. And yeah, I managed to build this very quickly. It's good to see. What's the TIE fighter in the background? You mean that one? That's just the official First Order TIE fighter that I haven't bothered disassembling yet. I got that, I think it was 2016 when that was on shelves. And, well, I got it back then, I built it back then, and I just kept it assembled for no particular reason. Come on, Baggy, open up. I meant like I've only ever built base plates. Oh, I get it, I get it. It's getting a bit chaotic here on the table. Well, a bit sorting as I go. Animals down here. We'll keep the stove assembled because that's a nice one. Great set, I wish I picked it up. Is it? As you might have guessed, you've been around the stream. I'm not that into sets, so it's a TIE fighter. It looks like a TIE fighter, so it gets the point across. Is it a great one? Who am I to say? Right, let's clean up the desk a bit. Sort out some of those parts. All the little brackets. Which has base plates and the black border. I see what you mean. drill. I stored those here. That's a piece knot. And the 1x2 bracket drawer is slowly, surely overflowing. Up, of course, on the back. Alright, let's hydrate. First order tie, 2015. If that's the one, it is. As I said, I both love and hate, so it got me back into Lego, but also those wings always fell off. Interesting. And it had very bad figures. Well, it did have the first order pilot helmet, which to this day is a pretty solid mold, to be honest, with the flexible holes molded right into the helmet. Hello X-Breaks, welcome in. Glad to hear. How are you doing? And the panel goes right there. Right, almost there, folks. And then it's just putting parts in drawers. And we're done. Well, still got this little thing and some other bits around, but that stuff we might disassemble later. Something I've still got around is the little shrine that we built on the first live stream. So you might remember. Holds up to the same. Might keep it around for a little longer until I need parts from it. I guess, yeah, those pilots were cool, but barely in the movie. Yeah, valid point. Oh, actually, let's put those tiles back on. Oh, I'm getting a hiccup. Anyways, let's keep the tiles on. We'll keep the base around for the next stream. If we're going to build a 12x12 again. But even if we want, it doesn't take up too many parts, so might as well keep it around. Already have it whenever I need it. Oops, dropped something. Mic there, sorry. There you are. That one goes away. The most satisfying part of parting out models, to be honest with you, is, at least for me, when I'm all done and I've got a nicely sorted pile of pieces on the table and I can just, wipe them off the table into the drawer. Just feels good. I guess, yeah, what are you taking apart? The little MOC that we built on the last 2 streams. If you saw the video last week, that's the one. Clever use of the sprues for the crucifixes. Those are not sprues, actually. Those are the center joints of Lego Technic universal joints. If you pop those out, they fit into accessory holes. And it's a technique that I've used, I think, since the first Gothic MOC. The most satisfying part about sorting is the clean table afterward. Yeah, and at the same time, when the table is clean, that means you're not doing anything. So a messy table, at least to some degree, I don't mind personally. There. If I didn't need several dozen universal joints framework, I tried. Maybe when one of them breaks. I wouldn't expect them to break, to be honest, unless you have very old ones. Because they're not made of ABS. They should hold up to some bending. My tables are too messy most of the time. Well, that means you're working on something. Come on, off you go. All right. Speck of dust there. Get off. There. No. Doesn't matter. Right. Let's clean up. Two by two plates. 2x3. Oops, wrong drawer. 2x4, there they are. Some tiles. Some plate mobs. Some cut tiles. Yeah, but too messy, so I can't find parts and things are falling off. Okay, well, that's a bummer. Mine are not old, I just accidentally abused parts. Got it. Where did I keep those? Here. Jumper. Right there. Right, let's clear up the tree parts. Trunks, bars, cattle horns, stems, small stems, different drawer, the leaves. I honestly need more bright green. Don't think I don't have any bright green. I should have, yeah, there. Very limited selection of bright green. Just a couple of tiles and candles. I'd like to build a little more with bright green. I think I did one mock with back for one of the workshop challenges with 3 colors as the prompt. And I used bright green in that. That was a decent model. Three, 4. Scoop it up. 1 by 2. 1 by 1 bricks. Let's see to fit them all into that drawer. That works. 1 by 1 plates. cheese slopes are in the back. 1x1 tiles, please. Thank you. There we go. Well, let's put jumpers there. Nope, never mind. I do have a drawer for jumpers. My 2 tiles. Let's put that dish away. There. Oops. I think those went here. All right, we're almost there. Frame and window. Reddish brown frame goes here. Window goes into the window drawer right there. All right, and the last couple of parts right here. That's a brick. Right in there. Cool it. There. And round bricks. All right, let's quickly pop this one out. Very simple build here, just some 1x4 masonry bricks. Actually, let's keep it assembled. Just the little stacks. Easier to store. Beautiful. Righty, that was quick. Let's put those parts away. Without dropping them though, please. Oh, no worries, Mikael, no worries. No worries, I might tune in there after the stream. It went here. Oops. Oops, no, that was the wrong one. Click over here. All right. Yeah, come on, let's disassemble the stove as well. Just for the record, there was this nice little build with the old steering wheels on nipple tiles for a little gas stove. Nothing too crazy, but I thought the build was nice. Where's my focus? Should be right there. I did notice Jakob streaming. Did not notice Jakob streaming at all. No one told me. I feel betrayed. Well, welcome in, Mickey. You're right on time for the end. It was quite a spontaneous decision. I think I posted the premiere thing that shows up in your subscription box in advance. I just posted that oops, did I just break a piece? Nope. Good thing. Oh, that sounded like it was breaking. No, it wasn't. Wait, did it? Well, who cares? I've got another one. It didn't break. What I was saying, I only posted that 15 minutes in advance, so yeah, apologies for that. Okay. Alrighty, Mikael, if you're still listening, feel free to get the link to MOC ready. I might just send you all over there, even though we're not many viewers left at this point. But feel free to say hi over there when we're done here. Bracket right there. Right, now it's a question, where did I keep those little steering wheels? I know there's a drawer for them. Maybe there isn't. We'll just drop them in the curious parts drawer. A print goes right there. Some tiles. More tiles. More tiles. And some brackets. Right. Plate and brick goes under the table. There. That one can get in here too. I'm not going to use that anytime soon. Say hi where? Well, let me catch up. I prefer also just fried my brain for 6 hours straight by doing an English argumentative essay for school. I see. Say hi where? Mika just mentioned that another Lego mock builder by the name of Mark of Falworth. I think he was on Lego Masters in the US, but he is apparently streaming as well. And I thought I might just send you all over there if you want to continue watching some streams. After we're done here. Did I just open that live? I think I already had it wrapped up. I'll open it again. Anyways. There we are. Back in the bag. unplug the plug, put board in the board bag. And there we go. That's it. I think we're going to call it here for today, folks. Just a quick, what was that? 1 hour, 40-minute stream. Nothing crazy. So, good night, Zigzag. Have a good one, folks. Thank you for joining me today. And we'll see what we'll do next. We thought about some Star Wars. And good stream as always, glad to hear. And who knows? I still have to come up with an idea for next week's video, so we'll see however that turns out. But I hope to see you again soon. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, but I'm sure most of you have already done that, so stay tuned for the next one. And if not any sooner, I'll see you on the live stream again in 2 weeks. So have a good one, have a good night, good rest of your day. Well, we just got done with disassembling the model, Sebastian. Send a link because my brain doesn't work anymore. I'll send you all to Marco followers now, I think. Alright. Thanks for joining me, folks. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one.